Welcome to Fucking Around. We're going to throw some balls in the cup.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Krystal, and this is PICKPONG. I will link the original video down below and up here so you can check it out if you want to know a little bit more about the rules, but pretty much I will be throwing ping pong balls into these cups. At the bottom of each cup there is a prompt. Depending on which one I land in is the prompt I need to pick my book. I will do 5 successful throws. Every time I miss 3 times, I have to do an extra throw. I got 7 throws last month, so 5 successful and then 2 punishment. So let's talk about how I did last month first, and then we'll dive into the game. So last month I had Kindred by Octavia E. Butler, which was for a book from another culture than my own. I have yet to read that. It is though, I'm pre-filming this because of Christmas, so I will probably finish that one before the end of the month. Then I have The Glass Castle by Jeanette Walls, which was a banned book, and I have finished this one. We have A Man Called Ove by Frederick Borkman, which was a book with a name in the title. I have also finished this one. We have The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern, which was a book with low expectations. We have finished this one. It was a bit of a struggle, but we finished it. We have Aurora Burning by Jay Kristoff and Amy Kaufman, which was a book with 2+ authors, which I have finished. We have The Au Pair by Emma Rouse, which I have yet to finish, and this was for a book that was purchased from a op shop, but I should have that one finished by the end of the month, hopefully. And then we have The Lace Weaver, which was a blind choice, which Anthony blindfolded me, I spun around and selected, and I have yet to start that one either. So I have 3 left to finish this month, but at the moment, as I'm currently filming this, it is only the 19th of December. So I think I should be able to get those 3 finished before the end of the month. So I've got this all set up, but before I actually start, Anthony needs to come and mix these around so that I don't know where everything is. So let's get him and mix things up. Now I do have a couple of books that I need to try and fit into the game this month. So I have If You Don't Know the Words by Bianca Maris. This is my In Real Life book club choice for the month of January, along with The Kite Runner by Khalid Hosseini. I have read this one before. It will be a reread, but they are the 2 books for my In Real Life book club for January. So I want to try and fit those in here if I can, so it's not an extra book to read. And then I also have Red Dust by Flora MacDonald, which I am reading with a person on Instagram who approached me wanting to read Australian books by Australian authors with an Australian. So I've got to try and fit that one in as well. So fingers crossed we can land on a prompt that will help me fit those in. Throw number 1. I don't want to miss any this month. I can't afford 7 books.
Every time.
So prompt number 1 is Libby Rec. So I have the Libby app, and I have access to a library, and each time I go on, they give me a recommendation. So I will insert the footage of what recommendation they gave me today, and that'll be the audiobook that I choose to read for this month. So I put Libby Rec as one of my prompts because I had it in my head that Libby chose like recommendations to give you each month, but I think I was mixing them up with Scribd and Goodreads. So anyways, what I did was I went to the popular available audiobook title, and I scrolled down and I picked the one that was first available that I hadn't read yet. And so I'll show you what that one is now. And we'll swap that out for lowest rated, which is on my Goodreads. Anything on my TBR, the lowest rated on my TBR. Throw number 2.
I wonder if Libby's going to give you the recommendation without a drink.
Ha ha ha.
Ah.
No! This number 1. Let's hope there's not 2 more. Try again at throw number 2. Rebound, yes. Okay, let's try not to choke this time.
You could say it's your second chance.
Anthony's being punny. So the successful throw number 2 was second chance. So this is any book or author that I want to give a second chance to because I chose to put down DNF or didn't like any of their other books. For second chance, I am actually going to be reading this one. Everyone's going to be very, very shocked about the fact that this ended up on my second chance list. So House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas is actually only on my second chance because I picked it up. I got about 100 pages in and I've sat it down because I've been so worried about the reading slump that it is going to set me in. So I'm giving it a second chance. I'm picking it back up. I'm trusting in the process that is Sarah J. Maas and her writing and that I will be okay and still be able to keep reading, following, and that I will love it, even though it's a chunker. So that is my second chance read. We'll see how it goes. And we will sub that out for animal. So this is any book with an animal or the name of an animal in the title or on the cover. Throw number 3. Completely missed. So that is miss number 2. So if I get one more miss, I will have to do an extra successful throw and add a book to my TBR. So we'll try again for throw number 3. So obviously, as Anthony said, strike number 3, which means I need to add an extra successful throw to my TBR, which means I now have 6 books to read in the month of January. So that now resets, and we are trying again for successful throw number 3. Damn it! And miss number 1. Let's try again for throw number 3. I always choked again. And we've got the same cup that we just swapped over, which was lowest rated. So this will be my lowest rated Goodreads on my TBR. And we will swap that out for library. So this is any book that I have borrowed from or can borrow from my library. So for lowest rated, I will insert the footage here. I was very, very surprised to see that my lowest rated book on my shelf was actually not what first came up. So if you have a look, you can see that one had a rating and then the other one below it, a couple down, actually had a lower rating overall. So I chose the one with the lowest overall rating. And that was Harper Lee, Go Set a Watchman, which is actually the sequel to Kill a Mockingbird. I was actually surprised to see this was so low rated on my shelf. I did expect it to be a bit higher. I was thinking other books might have ended up quite low on the list that I own, but apparently not. So for the lowest rated, I will be reading Harper Lee's Go Set a Watchman. Okay, so time for successful throw number 4 out of 6, because I have one punishment throw, and I've missed once. Here goes. Miss number 2, 4 successful throws. No, 3 successful throws. Hoping for 4th successful throw, and I've missed twice. If I miss again, I'll have to read 7 books this month. Oh my god, I keep bringing out the... So, miss number 3, which means I now have to do 7 successful throws and read 7 books for the month of January. I'm up to, hopefully, throw number 4, successful. Am I just gonna keep going to this cup this month? Is that all that I'm gonna be able to hit? Is this middle cup? So we have landed on library. So this is any book from my library. And we will sub that out for a 2020 release. So for library, I was actually lucky. I managed to fit one of my book club choices on here, which is Hum If You Don't Know the Words by Bianca Maas. This is from my library, as you can see here. So thankfully, I rented this one from my library a while ago, so it still counts. And this one is actually from the same author of the book, If You Want to Make a Laugh, which was recommended to me by Shelf Love, and I've put on my 5-star prediction list. So I'm hoping that this one is just as good. Okay, so 4 successful throws. My misses have restarted, clear slate, and I need to get 7 successful throws. So I have 3 more I have to try and get, and hopefully not miss. Here goes. Yes, a rerun that doesn't fall out. Yay! I've got Gilmore Girls. So this is any book that is on the Gilmore Girls list, which is accessible. I will link it down below if you want to check it out for yourself. But it's any book that was mentioned in the show Gilmore Girls. Gilmore Girls. So I went through the list and I was lucky enough to realize that The Kite Runner, which is one of my in real life book club choices, is on that Gilmore Girls list. So The Kite Runner by Khalid Hosseini, which I have read before, is a reread for me, but I obviously need to reread it because it's been a while, so I can fit that on there, ready for book club, which I'm excited about. And we will sub that out for Dream Country. So this is any book that's based in a country that I really want to visit or that I dream visiting. Okay, time for throw number 6, my first punishment throw, and I'm on 0 misses. I love how I miss heaps in the beginning and then I slowly start to not suck so much. We have got Anthony's choice. So Anthony will go into my current shelves and pick a book for me. We will see what he chooses. Hopefully not a chunker like he usually does. And we will sub that out for... Whoop, subtitle. Scribd Today's Pick. So obviously the Scribd app has recommendation for their daily pick. So I will just read whatever the Scribd Today's Pick is for today's date. Now for Anthony's choice. So he decided to walk in and pick a chunker because he likes to do that. It is Lies of Loch Lamora by Scott Lynch. I have wanted to read this one for quite some time, so maybe he was doing me a favor, but I've heard great things about this series. This one was gifted to me from a friend and I've been told I need to read it, so I'm expecting great things. I very, very much get Assassin's Creed vibes from this cover, so I love playing the game, so I'm hoping that I enjoy reading the story just as much. Now for our 7th and final throw, the second punishment throw, and my misses are still on 0. Let's hope they stay that way. Which one do I want to aim for? I don't know what's where, but...
This one.
You want me to hit that one? Okay. Anthony's wanting me to hit this one here. Let's see how I go. I'm totally going to miss now that I'm aiming at a particular thing. What do I get if I get it in? The one that you've picked?
Your 7th book choice. Oh!
Oh, it's so close! Miss number 1. I'm going to use one more miss and try and get that one again, but I'm not going to waste my 3rd miss on it. After that, I'm just going to try and get it in the cup. Oh! I got one in, but not the cup he wanted me to get it in, but it was close enough, and I'll take it. Alrighty. So I got out of comfort zone. So this is any book on my shelf that is from a genre or an author or a choice that is out of my comfort zone. For out of comfort zone, I have actually chosen something that is in a genre that is out of my comfort zone. I do not read a lot of Non-fiction books. I love to escape into the fiction world. So for me, a non-fiction book is definitely out of my comfort zone. I've had this one on my shelf for a while now, and so I think it definitely deserves my attention. And that is Semi, I Love You by Sally Nielsen. This follows the story of a woman who falls in love with a man, and then he ends up having a catastrophic stroke, which leaves him completely dependent on Sally. And it is their triumph and story of being able to re-love each other in this newfound way. Obviously, he doesn't like being dependent upon his wife, girlfriend, but she shows him that it's okay, and they find a new way to live and be there for each other. It is quite a short one, which I'm happy about because I've got the big chunky Sarah J Maas book on here, so I am excited for this one to be a bit skinnier. Ready for next month, we will sub this one for number. So I'll do a random number generator. I have my books on my shelf, and I'll go like 1 to 9 or however many shelves I have, and then 1 to 20 across and do random numbers until I pick a book on my. So I've managed to do 7 throws again this month. It seems to be that missing 6 times is my go-to forte. Here's hoping that next month I get no misses and no punishments. So sadly, I didn't get a chance to fit Red Dust by Flora MacDonald on my list. So that means with my 5 successful throws, my 2 punishment throws, and another book that I need to read, I will be reading 8 books this month in the month of January. So fingers crossed I can make this one happen. I do get the first 4 days of January off work, so hopefully I can get a good start in the first week. But yes, lots of books. Let's see how I go. So these are the books that I will be reading in the month of January. We have Red Dust, which is just a buddy read, which actually wasn't part of PICKPONG. We have a Libby rec, which I will have told you about. We have The Kite Runner, which is for the Gilmore Girls. We have Lies of Locklamora by Scott Lynch, which was Anthony's choice. We have Hum If You Don't Know the Words by Bianca Miaris, which is a library book. We have Sammy, I Love You by Sally Nielsen, which is a out of my comfort zone. We have Sarah J Maas, House of Earth and Blood, which is a second chance book for me. We have Go Set the Watchman by Harper Lee, which is my lowest rated on Goodreads. So as I'm editing my PICKPONG video, I've realized I totally forgot about the Buzzwordathon by Books and Lala. I'll link her down below and her announcement video about Buzzwordathon. But pretty much she's picked out a whole bunch of words that are like buzzwords that have been used a lot in bookish titles or book themes through the years recently. And in 2021, she's doing a challenge where you read a book with that buzzword in it. And for January, the word is dream. So I am going to be reading The Lake of Dreams. It's the only book I have that has the word dream remotely in it. And obviously I couldn't fit that into my PICKPONG, so that means that I'm going to be reading 9 books in the month of January. And I think only 2 of them have audiobooks, so wish me fucking luck, because if I don't finish a book, I'm going to have to bring some kind of punishment into PICKPONG. Yay. So, wish me luck, lots of pages to try and squeeze into 1 month. Let's see how I go. As always, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you have as much fun watching this as I did filming it, as always. And let me know if you're reading any books the same as me in the month of January. And until next time, happy reading.